I play all of the Nintendo games. I suck at Smash. but my opportunity is coming with Smash on 3DS. Because now I'm gonna play it on the go. I'm gonna be able to come back up next time and kick your ass.
Welcome to the Switch 2 podcast, where we talk about all things Switch and Switch 2 related. I'm Keith.
And I'm Brian.
And we have a busy week coming up ahead.
Well, it's the final countdown.
It's Switch 2. We're in single digits here.
So I just paid off my Switch 2 today, and we are full steam ahead, my friend.
Today we're going to talk about our favorite Switch games. We'll get into some news first. So there is a rumor that a Nintendo Direct may drop around the Switch 2 launch.
What?
Because Nintendo usually does have Directs in June. They're going to release the Switch 2 and then have a Direct right after? Like, what are they going to announce?
What can they announce? The future?
Release dates, for some games they announced.
Well, yeah, a lot of games are 2025, so cementing a date or two would be nice.
Metroid Prime 4 release date and Kirby Air Riders.
I need a Final Fantasy release date. Do you think they're going to drop, like, you know how Nintendo likes to end it with a surprise? Like, you think they're going to announce a new game?
A new game for this year or next year?
A new Mario or a new Zelda? Or
No, I think they're going to save that. I think this year they know they're going to sell the Switch with just the Mario Kart game. Okay, here's another one. This one is confirmed. A Pokemon Presents. So that's the Pokemon Direct in July. They'll be talking about the game, obviously, but maybe other Pokemon news. They did Pearl and Diamond, right? So you think maybe they'll remake Black and White?
I hope not.
that was your least favorite, right?
Black and White was my least favorite, yeah. Arceus, I heard, was good.
Right. Yeah, Arceus was good.
I don't mind having like 2 Pokemon games to have the full Pokedex, but don't leave any out. Like, it has to be a full Pokedex with every single Pokemon. I know there's almost, or they're probably over 1,000 by now. I will watch the presentation.
Yeah, just to see. July 22nd it'll happen. Maybe we'll do a reaction video or something. Maybe we should do one for the Direct as well.
Well, I'm down for that.
Dragon Quest 1 and 2 have a official launch date, October 30th.
For Switch 1 and 2, which is interesting.
So Switch 2, for some reason, is going to be a key card, whereas the Switch 1 version is going to be the actual game. So, like, what's the difference? What's going to be the difference between the two?
Maybe load times is the only thing I could think of. I don't think they're going to have, like, updated graphics.
But I feel like if you buy the Switch 1 version and play it on the Switch 2, you're going to have better load times.
That's actually a great point. I think I'm going to buy... I definitely want to play Dragon Quest. I think I mentioned that a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm going to probably get that for Switch 1.
So I don't know what some of these companies, when they do the key cards, are they just being cheap or something?
Maybe.
So remember, I bought this game.
Yep.
From GameStop website. New.
What's the name of the game?
It's Last Defense Academy, 100 line. The one that's going up in price. I bought it new on GameStop's website, and they sent me a opened case with a sticker. Yeah. And you could even see a sticker residue appear that probably said like new or something. Wasn't, shrink wrapped. So it's an open case. So it's pretty much a used game.
And they charged you for new?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's happened before when I order stuff on GameStop. I learned my lesson. If I'm going to order, I usually just use Best Buy anyway for games.
There's this article on BGR.com that talked about 24 Switch 2 launch games you can play on day one. Some that stick out that I forgot about was like Sonic and Shadows Generations. I forgot that was a launch title. I thought that was coming out later. They added Fantasy Life I, the girl who steals time.
Yeah, we did talk about that. It's like a farming simulator RPG.
Are you gonna get? I don't know.
I don't know.
if it's a Nintendo exclusive, Survival Kids. What's Survival Kids?
So Survival Kids is an old Konami Game Boy game series. So this is like a new addition to that series. It's like you're on an island and you have to like craft stuff,
So Lord of the Flies,
but like a kid version,
Deltarune,
which is like a continuation of Undertale.
and like these are games that I want to play, but
Yeah.
I don't want them digitally. Well, Undertale was originally a digital game for years,
Right.
and then much later after its release date, I finally had a physical version, which I own and played. There's a lot to choose from. There's a lot of ports.
Yeah.
There's a lot of remakes, and there's some originals. So
Puyo Puyo Tetris 2.
I tried getting that. I tried pre-ordering it, but they said pre-orders are closed on that.
So even though we have the Switch 2 coming out, we still have to do a June monthly challenge. What game do you have for me, Brian?
All right, Keith. So for the month of June, my challenge game to you is a Nintendo exclusive game. It is Princess Peach Showtime.
Okay. Which I never played before.
It's a game. I bought it. I thought maybe my daughter would get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
And actually, I played it. It was fun. So I want to get your take on it. I think you'll like it.
I am curious about it because the director of that game
Mm-hmm.
directed the Mystical Ninja on Nintendo 64.
So in case you're wondering what that director was doing,
That's what he's doing. Yeah.
Princess Peach Showtime.
Yeah. Did you ever play the one on DS, the Princess Peach game?
No.
That was pretty fun. Okay, so I'll play that in between all the Switch 2 games. And
Play it on the Switch too.
yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll see how it runs. But the game I have for you, Hyrule Warriors
Ooh.
Definitive Edition.
Never played it.
So this
I'm
one,
excited.
and there's a lot of characters. You have Skull Kid.
Yeah, I'm looking at this
Midna.
cover.
Pretty cool. I mean, I grew up, with the Warriors games. So it's just something I really like. It's just a mindless just a game to play. Remember, is that Ravio from Link Between
Yeah,
Worlds? There are a lot of characters. That's why I really like this one compared to the newer ones that are just based on Breath of the Wild. Yeah, the game is fun. The music is really good. It's all like remixed Zelda music. Yeah, give it a try. See how it runs on the Switch too.
I'm gonna
Curious about
play.
that.
Yeah, I'm gonna play this on the Switch too. I never played any of the Dynasty
Wow.
Warrior games. Never.
I don't know how that is possible, but
Yeah, and
and you never played Hyrule Warriors.
no, never played Hyrule Warriors. But
Hmm.
seeing it, I'm very excited to play it. I wanted to give that series a chance.
Alright, so now we're going to talk about our favorite Switch games and maybe some disappointing games as well. We have two lists we're going to go through. Our 10 favorite Switch exclusive games and 10 favorite third-party or on other console games.
Now, before we talk about the games, my reasoning for these top 10s were, well, first, I'm not counting any games that I bought last month. My favorite game of all time, Shovel Knight, is not on this list because I just got it. So these are games that I spent the most time playing while owning the Switch.
Now, like technically Final Fantasy VII is on the Switch, but I played it on PlayStation. It's not on my top 10, even though
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy VII would be in my top 10 favorite games of all time. These are games I played specifically on the Switch.
So my number 10 was the Blaster Master trilogy. I played I have all three. I played them all, and it was a surprisingly easy playthrough, which I liked. It was long,
Mhm.
but they kept true to the original Blaster Master for NES. I thought it was a fun time, cool story too.
That was a cool game. That was what was the company that originally made that series?
For NES.
Yeah, what was that? Sunsoft? Is that it? I think that
Yes, it
was.
was Sunsoft. That's right. 1988, that game came out.
All right, that's not bad. I kind of forgot about that on the Switch.
Yeah, that was, and I put, yeah, I played all three, so that had to go on my list.
My number 10, The World of Horror. Not even, it's like a 1-bit, kind of like Faith. A 1-bit old DOS style text adventure game with some RPG elements. Pretty much based on Junji Ito horror mangas. Just a cool premise, cool story, kind of creepy. MS Paint art that it works. It's always randomized each playthrough. Just a fun indie text adventure game.
I've never heard of this game,
Wow.
and I want to play it.
It's great. It's a great game.
Physical?
Yep, I have the physical.
What? All right, number 9. I'm giving it to Axiom Verge. So this is like a Metroidvania side-scrolling, futuristic, high-tech world. If you like that Metroidvania type of style, this game's worth it.
I remember. I think it was on Wii U as well, but I never played it. But a lot of people really like it.
They just came out
Indie
with a
game.
second. Yeah, they just came out with a second one, which I still need to get.
All right, my number 9 is No More Heroes. Travis Strikes Again. Throwback beat 'em up type game. But there's a lot to this game. It's a beat 'em up, but it also has some cool like visual novel elements, creative and unique game, like all these No More Heroes games are. Just fun. It's single player, or you could do 2 players with Travis and Bad Dad. Yeah, just great visuals and a great soundtrack. I mean, all these games have great soundtracks, but this one in particular is really good. Electronic soundtrack and just a fun game. So that's my number 9. Travis Strikes Again.
How cool is Travis Touchdown?
I know. I wish he was in Smash Brothers.
All right, number 8. I have Bramble the Mountain King. So this is like a third-person perspective Scandinavian folklore horror game where you're a little kid named Ollie and you're traveling through the woods to find your sister, and you're just coming across all these freaking creepy monsters.
Didn't seem like a long game.
No, it's not a long game at all, but the visuals is what sold me. Like, this one creature's like in a swamp playing a flute or a banjo or something, and like you got to travel through it and not be seen.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I've seen gameplay of
I
that.
saw that clip and I was like, I got to play this.
Number 8 is Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. Indie game. I guess they were sick of waiting for Sega to make a new Jet Set Radio. So they pretty much just made a whole new Jet Set Radio, and it plays just like the old games do. Has similar soundtrack, even has the same composer from Jet Grind Radio and Jet Set Radio Future, and skating and spray painting. It pretty much is just Jet Set Radio, but just with a different name.
I mean, it looks just like it.
Yeah, visually it's the cell shaded graphics, and the soundtrack is great, of course, and it's just a fun game. I just wish it had some sort of online multiplayer where you could just go around skating with other people. That'd be really fun. But as a single player game, it's just good.
Number 7, mine is a game ported from the PSP. It is the Luminous Remastered. So this is a puzzle type game with a mix of like in-house music and electronic music. Bright colors.
Yeah, so that creator, what's his name, Tetsuya, he made Rez,
Right.
Child of Eden, Luminous. So all these games are very like trippy and great soundtracks.
Yeah, music in it alone. Like I would just put headphones on and just, play for hours, just jam into the music as well.
Yeah, I remember you liked the PSP version.
I had so many games for PSP, and this was the only one I would play. So one of my favorite puzzle games. I've said in the past I love puzzle games, and this one is definitely on my list.
Let's see, my number 7 is a game called Valhalla Cyberpunk Bartender Action. So this is kind of hard to explain. It's a cyberpunk sort of 8-bit game where you're a bartender and like all these different customers come into your bar and you make drinks for them and they just talk to you. So it's kind of just like a visual novel, but it's one of the most like chill games I've ever played on the Switch. It's it's not a hard game. You're just making drinks for these people and they just talk to you about their problems. But the soundtrack's great. It's like a city pop soundtrack. It's a very chill, relaxed game.
Man, you're coming out with games that I need to play for
Yeah, this
sure.
one's now this is the physical version. This is pretty rare, I think. It's at least 100.
All right, so my number 6 game is Bloodstained: Curse of the Moon 1 and 2. Thought it was like the successor to Castlevania. You could pick, the 4 different characters with their different abilities. Really cool throwback to a series that I adore. Playing this on a Switch, I feel like this is like what the creator wanted to do back then.
It's Konami. I guess there must have been some sort of issue with him and Konami. That's why he went on his own to make these games.
I'm surprised he didn't get sued for that because it plays very similar. It looks like it.
Right. Well, that's like Mega Man creator made Mighty Number 9, which
Yep.
looks pretty much just like Mega Man, but technically it's not.
But even the cover art looks like just like Castlevania.
Yeah.
No, this is that 8-bit genre that's right up my alley. So
This Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm, the final bar line. This is part of the Final Fantasy Rhythm game series. The first 2 on the 3DS I really liked. The new one on Switch is great. I mean, it's just, a music game, press the button at the right time. But you go through each series soundtrack, and there's a lot of music to go through. Even non-Final Fantasy series like Chrono Trigger and Secret of Mana. It's just great.
they had Chrono
Music
Trigger in that?
Yeah, there's DLC for other Square games you can buy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But yeah, you get a bunch of characters and you could level them up and they all do different abilities. So it's a music game, but there are also a lot of RPG elements to it. And
Is this Final Fantasy 1 through?
goes up to 15.
Wow.
Yep. And then all the spin-offs, Advent Children and the Game Boy Final Fantasy games. I mean, Final Fantasy probably has some of the best soundtracks ever, so it's a no-brainer if you like these types of games.
Yeah. All right. So my number 5 is Earhart, and this is like the Zelda Link to the Past like clone.
Huh.
It looks. If you see a photo of it, you're gonna like that's Link to the Past, like modded. It's just a very cool throwback game. You're the protagonist, Earhart, setting out on the adventure, exploring the worlds. There's no direction. You just got to figure it out.
It looks just like Link to the Past.
It is. I mean, the person that made it obviously was influenced by a certain game. But no, it's just a great little throwback. I thought it was. I don't think a lot of people heard of this or played it.
So my number 5 is Dragon Quest XI-S.
What?
So this came out to other consoles, but then the Switch version got like an updated version. The first Dragon Quest game I ever played, and it really just is a throwback to old school JRPGs, but in a 3D setting. Fun world to explore. The characters, obviously, Akira Toriyama is his art.
Yes, it is.
So that's always great. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it more than I did recent Final Fantasies because it's more old school JRPG and without a lot of the pointless stuff thrown in like I've seen in recent Final Fantasy games. Just a fun classic JRPG with a lot of traveling. I'm surprised they haven't announced a new Dragon Quest yet. It's been like over 10 years now.
Number 4. I'm not going to get into great detail about this game because we talked about it previously, but it's Speed Limit.
Oh, really? That's your number 4?
Yeah, this game was so unique. But yeah, I'm not going to go big into it because we spent
Mhm.
a month review on it. So
Yeah.
Speed Limit, check it out.
My number 4 is the Somnium Files. We saw a third game in this series announced for Switch 2. Comes out in July. This first one is a great, like, detective murder mystery type game with puzzle elements, uh, visual novel type game, and just has a great dark cyberpunk story. I don't know if you ever played 999 on DS.
Nope, I heard of it.
Yeah, so it's the same guy that made that, so it's very sort of like a thriller movie type game. The sequel I thought was awful, did everything wrong that was great about the first game. But this third one coming out looks like it's going back to its original formula, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, if you like sort of mystery games, I recommend this one. That's my number 4.
Number 3. I don't think this is going to be much of a shocker, but it is Blasphemous 1 and 2. Yeah, I'm keeping them together. You couldn't pick one over the other. You know, you're the penitent one trying to break the cycle of death and rebirth, and it's just full of blood and hell and creatures and Metroidvania style again.
It's like Dark Souls, but in 2D.
I like, yeah, 2D Dark Souls. Creepy. It's a creepy game too.
Yeah. Number 3, Demon Ex Machina. Build your own mech, customize your mech, get whatever weapon you want, go out and blow up things. You could play online with other people or play against them. Just a fun, simple action game and great visuals, very cel shaded anime, great metal soundtrack, and it's just a fun game. And sometimes that's all you really need a game to be is just fun,
Hmm.
um, just chaotic. And of course, I'm excited for the sequel coming out in September.
I think I played that game with you for a little bit. All right, so here we go. Final 2. So my number 2 for the Switch is Sea of Stars.
Okay, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so that's that RPG by Sabotage Studios. Um, the pixel art alone in that game is unbelievable. It's definitely like a Chrono Trigger throwback. Very cool mechanics, awesome soundtrack, uh, and a really cool story.
Did you play the DLC?
Yeah. Oh no, they just came out like not like a couple days ago. It's like a massive DLC, which hopefully this game could be played on the Switch too. That would be
I'm
awesome.
sure it is. Yeah. Monster Hunter Rise
Ooh.
is my number 2. I know we have Monster Hunter Wilds that just came out on PlayStation and Xbox, but I don't know why. I just really like this one more. Maybe it's the setting and the story. Playing it online was really fun with random people, group of 4, just going out battling monsters for like 20 minutes. Um, some of the coolest moments I've had playing a Switch game happened in this game, and just fun. A lot of different weapons to choose from, which style you like the most.
Hmm.
I like the insect glaive, which you can use a bug to sort of power you up, and then you could jump around the air with it. This Monster Hunter is a great game. It's simple. The whole point is just battling monsters to get better gear, and that's really it. There's not much, it's not very deep, but it's just fun, and I think it's one of Capcom's best games recently, definitely. So that's my number 2.
All right, final number 1.
Number 1 third party game.
I've mentioned this game in the past early on. It is The Messenger. This is another one by the Sabotage Studios. And it's actually the story is linked to Sea of Stars too, by the way.
Oh, okay.
It takes place in the same world. But Sea of Stars is like the prequel to The Messenger. Messenger, you know, you're this young ninja that is prophecy driven to save his village. You travel. It's a 2D side scroller, which is lovely.
Not Metroidvania, right?
Not Metroidvania style. And when you get to the halfway point of this game, You could then you could jump in between 8-bit and 16-bit, and everything changes. Like the music changes, the visuals change. In order to go through some of the areas in the level, you have to jump through the two
Yeah.
because the levels change as well. And it's fun. It's a funny game. It's great. A fun. I say this a lot. It's a great throwback. Well, yeah, one of my absolute favorites.
Wow, I didn't expect that to be your number one. Messenger.
I'm sure I missed a couple of my top 10, but it's these are the ones that I think I played the most out of.
And then my number one for third party shouldn't be a surprise from what we talked about last week is Neon White. Just a great throwback to the Dreamcast era of games, arcade, fun, good soundtrack. Yeah, just everything, in my opinion, is perfect about this game. I don't have anything negative to say about it.
If this was a game that I owned, it would be on my top 10 list.
Wow.
Oh, that was my other criteria. I only put games that I've owned and played, not in the last month. That game was awesome.
So now we're going to do our top 10 Switch exclusive games. Now, they're not all Nintendo made games, but they are exclusive to the Switch. That was my criteria. So my number 10 is ARMS. It's kind of like reminding me of Splatoon. When Splatoon was announced, people thought it was stupid, but became a fan favorite. Same thing with ARMS. When it was announced, people thought it was stupid, but I don't think it really caught on like Splatoon did, but I still enjoyed it. Just a fun sort of arena fighting game, which has unique mechanics with the stretchy arms. We'll see what they do with the sequel if they ever make one.
Before I go in the top 10, these are games that I've owned and played. I'm not putting on the list games I've never played before.
Right.
So my number 10 is Super Mario 3D All-Stars. 3 of my favorite Mario games all in one. It was a $50-$60 game at the time. You're playing Mario 64 again. You're playing Mario Sunshine. Like, it is so good. I like this. I like those collection games too.
It's a weird collection that Nintendo did. They never really do things like that.
I'm surprised they didn't put Mario Galaxy 2 on there as well.
I wish, because I like part 2 more than part 1.
I like part 1 more than part 2.
Wow.
I beat all 3 of them on the 3D All Stars. So, yeah.
Cool.
Number 10.
My number 9 is Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. So, yeah, there's not much more I can say. It's just one of those Dynasty Warriors type games, but with the Zelda setting. And if you like a game that's just fun to play and you can kind of turn off your brain because it's not very difficult. But the adventure maps are very difficult because you got to do specific missions. But the story itself is easy, and it's just fun to play through all these different characters. They're all different.
At mine, number 9 is Super Mario Maker 2.
Wow.
Loved the first one. When this came out, I played that holy bejeez out of this one. I made one level, and it was like a remake of Mario World 1-1, the original Mario.
Mm-hmm.
But, I made it trolley.
Right.
Like stuff jumping on you. You still see gamers playing it still to this day. Yeah. And it's the craziest levels you've ever seen. I never got that serious into the game. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool making your own Mario level.
We played it online together as well, which is pretty fun.
Yeah.
I wish the online experience was smoother. It's pretty laggy, but yeah, Mario Maker 2 is definitely a fun game. My number 8, Splatoon 3. Loved the first one on the Wii U, but Splatoon 3 pretty much did everything that I liked about the first one, but even better. I'm one of the people, maybe like a handful of people that actually like the single player modes in these games. And I like that a lot. But of course, people play Splatoon to play it online, and it's a fun game. It's Nintendo's version of like a third-person shooter, so it's just a unique game. Whether you're doing the basic, try to get your ink to cover the stage the most, or the different modes like the tower defense mode. Just a fun online game that works well. So that's pretty great.
I never played the story on Splatoon 2 or 3. Never. Just went
No.
straight online.
Yeah, a lot of people don't, but it's fun. It's like almost like a Mario game with all the platforming you do. But so, what's your number 8?
So yeah, speaking of Mario, I have Super Mario Brothers Wonder.
So 3 Mario games in a row.
I did not mean to do that. It just so happened to come out that way when I was creating the list. But yeah, Wonder. I thought Wonder got a lot of slack. I felt like
Mm.
it wasn't as popular, and people, I guess, were tired of like 2D Mario. They wanted a 3D Mario World. I thought this was awesome game.
It's fun. I think people got burnt out from all the new Super Mario Brother games.
Yeah, that didn't help. But yeah, the power ups in this game were original and fun, and corny.
Yeah,
The singing piranha plants were a highlight.
yeah. We played through this online together. That was fun.
Yeah, I really enjoyed playing this game, and it's one that I want to revisit down the line.
My number 7, Fast RMX, which I've talked about a lot. It's exclusive to Switch. There was one on the Wii, exclusive to Wii, one on Wii U, exclusive to Wii U, and now we're getting another one exclusive to Switch 2. So it seems to be something this company does strictly for Nintendo. Just a futuristic racer game with the cool mechanic of switching your colors to get the right boost. Yeah, fun game, and I talked about it before, but it's my number 7.
I thought that was going to be higher on your list.
Oh wow!
All right, here number 7 is The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. This was the first time Zelda takes the lead in a Legend of Zelda game. Go figure. Different power. People thought this was like a sequel to like Link's Awakening or to Link to the Past. It's its own game. It's not connected.
Yeah,
I don't think to any.
yeah. They don't. Yeah, Link does. They don't know each other at the beginning of the game.
No, they don't, which I thought was pretty cool. And like you have to save Link and Hyrule. Different power ups. Puzzle type of game. I mean, all Zelda games are puzzle based, but this one more so is puzzle
Yeah,
heavy.
it is. I like the ability. Like you can summon enemies and stuff. It is fun.
Yeah, very different.
My number 6, Mario Maker 2.
Whoa.
So I really liked the first one on Wii U. I made a lot of stages on the Wii U one. I think it's just because using the gamepad made it so easy, which I didn't really do a lot of creating with Mario Maker 2 on Switch, but I did play a lot of the stages. I played a lot of it online, and it's just fun to play with like other people, and you could really mess them up. Even if you're supposed to work together, you can still mess them up and like throw them off the stage. It's just fun to play, and I mean, I love 2D Mario games, so I would recommend this over New Super Mario Brothers for sure.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so that's my number 6.
My number 6 is Splatoon 2. I played 2 more than 3. 2 I spent the most time on. And for Splatoon, like Splatoon's such an original concept. Well,
That has a good horde mode too.
yeah, that mode is fun.
Yeah,
That's a
I played
fun
that a
mode.
lot.
And it was. I mean, the online play was difficult, but it was fun to play.
My number 5 is Metroid Dread.
Mm.
So if you've never played a 2D Metroid game, this would be a good place to start. Because I think it's the most straightforward 2D Metroid game I've played. A lot of people say it's hard, which I don't understand. I guess they've never played the older Metroid games. I never really got lost in this one, but yeah, I mean, it's just great Metroid formula. You do a lot of backtracking, but that's what you do in these games, and it gets pretty creepy with the Emmy robots following you around, sort of like Metroid Fusion in a way. But if you haven't played a Metroid game, it's a good one to start with.
I'm ashamed to say that Metroid Dread is not on my list, only because I don't own it and I never played it.
Oh, you never played it? Wow.
Nope.
And you really liked the original Metroid.
Love all the Metroids. It's just a game that got lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, you should really try it out someday.
Ugh. Number 5, The Legend of Zelda: Cadence of Hyrule. Now this, the music tempo, game style wasn't really high on the concept at first until I played the game, and it became one of my favorite Switch games for sure.
Definitely. Did you turn off the tempo option?
No.
I played it without it. So when you move, the enemy moves.
Yep. Yeah, I thought that was the point of it.
Yeah, I mean it is, but it's a great soundtrack, and it's like a throwback to the older Zelda games with the different spin on it. It's cool.
Very different spin. Yeah, it was a fun game.
Skull Kid DLC.
I did not know that. What?
Yeah.
Oh god.
So that was your number 5. My number 4 is Cadence of Hyrule.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it's just great. I love. This is my. I'll say this because I don't have any other Zelda games on my list here. It's my favorite Zelda game on Switch, and I love the 2D top-down Zelda games, and it's just a fun spin on it.
Number 4, Nintendo World Championship.
Wow, I didn't know that was on your list.
What, kidding me? This is speed running old NES games. Come on. It was. I did get number 1 in the world for Balloon Fighter. Pop the balloon. I did it in like a second.
You were number 1.
I was number 1.
Yeah, I remember that actually. Yeah.
I took a photo of it. I'm gonna hang it on my wall. So, yeah, like having competition. I haven't touched it in like a couple months.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they added to it or changed it up, but yeah, I beat every single game in there. I forgot what was it like. You had to get the stars or the
Right. You had to get like was it 3 stars on each, something like that.
yeah.
And you got the little stickers or trophies.
Yep. I did it all for every single.
Yeah, and each week the challenges would refresh that you'd have to get, first place in to get the trophy.
Yep.
But yeah, that was fun. We played that for a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. I love that game. I feel like that's a game you could pick up tonight and play and have a good time.
They should do one for Super Nintendo.
Oh, I wish.
Number 3, Astral Chain.
Whoa.
So this is from Platinum. They made, Bayonetta, Wonderful 101, but it's a Switch exclusive action game where you control these different Legion characters. So you're using both sticks, one to control your character, the other to control your Legion. And unique sort of cyberpunk story, great soundtrack. It's one of the most just unique Switch games. There's nothing else like it really, and it's one. It's probably going to be rare. I don't know if you can still buy the physical version of this game or not, but Astral Chain. If you like, games like Bayonetta or Devil May Cry, then you'll like this one.
My number 3, and I have a feeling it's in your top 2, is Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. What can I say? It is the ultimate Super Smash Brothers video game. How many? Over 72 characters.
Yeah.
Mix of all genres. The ultimate collaboration in video games.
All the stages.
The music, the stages, the fighters. Oh my goodness. You're playing Final Fantasy. You can play as Cloud against Pac-Man. Sonic versus Sora. Like
Ryu versus Kazuya versus Terry.
Exactly. It is Solid Snake. Like it's incredible.
Yeah, I mean it's not like it can be a competitive fighting game, of course, but it's also just a fun party game.
Well, the creator calls it a party game, not a fighting game, which I call hogwash. That is a fighting game.
Who's your character of choice?
If I had to pick one character, it's going to be Wario.
Wow, Wario.
Yeah, he was my favorite. And then second is Donkey Kong, and third is Link.
I don't know about top three. I'd have Bowser, Jigglypuff, and I think Ike.
I thought it was like Cloud.
Yeah, Cloud. I also used Ken. I use a lot of characters, so it's
Yeah,
hard to pick
I mean,
pick three.
I have a rotation,
Right.
you know, at least of 8 characters, but
Yeah.
like the ones that I go to when it's like time to get competitive, you know.
All those just data they put into that little Switch cartridge is just pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
Makes you wonder.
I don't know if we'll get a new one. I mean, I don't think you can top this unless they just sort of do like a Switch 2 version.
Do it, yeah. Create a new version.
My number 2. So the second one I didn't really like. The third one was good. And X that came out, about 2 months ago is great, of course, but I don't think anything would really top the first Xenoblade. My number 2 is Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. It's my favorite Wii game, I think, and it's just Nintendo's version of just like a sandbox world JRPG, and just the world is so fun to explore. Story and characters are great. I think when I first got into the Bionis Lake is the area, I never like felt so like shocked at how big a game was. I loved it on Wii, and it's even better on the Switch.
Man, that is that's not on my list. It should be. You got me into that game. I never played 2 or 3. I only played the first one.
Yeah.
All right, it's final countdown. Top 2. Here we go. Number 2 Switch game is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I mean, I'm still playing it to this day. We've played 8 people before. We've held tournaments. We've done it all. I played single player. I've played just 2 people, 4 people to 8 people, and it's a game you can pick up and play over and over again.
You think when the new one comes out on Switch 2, do you think you'll go back to this one, Mario Kart 8?
I don't know. Probably not.
No.
I think it'll be the end of Mario Kart 8. Maybe in a couple years I'll revisit it
Sure.
because I put a lot of work into it. But for what it was that was a great game. And the levels, so many different cups, and they were add a DLC. They added like an entire new game to it.
Yeah, there's a lot now.
Yeah, it's great.
That's your
Who's your driver? Who'd you pick?
I like Tanuki Mario. I like Waluigi.
Huh?
Yeah. Who do you use?
I use the heavy guys.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong and Wario. Those are my guys.
Yeah, right. That was fun. So that was your number 2. I didn't put Mario Kart on my list.
I'm shocked.
I know I should have. I didn't think. I was thinking because it was on Wii U, but then I had Hyrule Warriors on my list, and that was Wii U. My number 1, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. It's the best Super Smash Brothers in my opinion, and
Of course.
it's just a game I don't even know how much time I put in this game, playing it online against people, or just, what can you say, all the characters. It's just, if you're a Nintendo fan, then this is the game for you. I mean, it's just a love letter to Nintendo.
That's a great analogy. I mean, even the older characters, Little Mac, Ness,
Right.
Mega Man. I mean, come on, Castlevania, Simon Belmont's in it.
And this is, you're not going to see you're never going to see a new Ice Climbers game, or you're never going to see Ness again. So to have them in a game,
Yeah,
so it's pretty cool. So yeah, that's my number 1 favorite Switch game, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
I'm just thinking. I'm like, Pit is in it. That's another character I play. Oh, so that's a great game. My number 1, Keith, is not a shocker. It is Zelda Breath of the Wild, the launch title for the Switch.
It remains your favorite.
And it stayed at number 1. The games were close to topping it. Messenger was very close to topping it, but it's it's for me, it's the perfect game, and it stayed on number one. I beat it multiple times. I don't need to go into description about it. It's just
And then it's launching again with the Switch 2.
the same game for Switch 2. Don't get fooled out there, people. It's the same game.
So that was our favorite Switch games. I mean, we're looking forward to the future now with the Switch 2. So,
Yeah,
see
Switch
how
was
it
a great
goes.
system.
oh, do you have any disappointing Switch games?
Oh man,
Most disappointing Switch game? Because I've played and loved all of them since GameCube. Animal Crossing,
whoa!
New Horizons on Switch. Because when it came out, it was missing a lot of content, and like throughout the years, they would slowly add more content. So it always felt incomplete from the start. And all the crafting you had to do, like your axe would break after chopping down some trees. That was annoying because you constantly had to craft, and it just felt incomplete. And I don't know, just I feel like the one on 3DS, New Leaf, was just the perfect Animal Crossing game, and to go from that to the one on Switch was disappointing. But
Man,
I know that the one on Switch was a lot of people's first experience with Animal Crossing, so they really loved it.
yeah.
But I mean, I played through all the others and all the other Animal Crossing, so it just, I don't know, it didn't feel the same to me.
I think one of the other games I think was disappointed was that soccer league game. Oh no,
Really?
Rocket League.
Oh, Rocket League.
Yeah, Rocket League. I thought was
'Cause there was
very
a lot of
overrated.
hype.
Yeah, that was an overrated game. I returned it.
Oh, man.
Did not like it at all.
Wow. Thanks for listening to the Switch 2 podcast. We have the Switch 2 coming up in a few days. We're going to have a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of videos to come out, I think, about that. So look forward to that. I'm Keith.
Yeah, and I'm Brian. So stay tuned. With Switch 2 is upon us.